What can parents do to help prevent this happening with their own children?
Essentially, what parents need to do in this day and age is they need to be a parent in real life, face to face, but they also need to be a parent in the online world. And what that requires is a conversation between parents and the kids about where the kids are active online. And wherever the kids are active online, it's highly suggested that parents go and become active on that very site. So if the kids have a Facebook account, they need to be friends with mom and dad or the adult in their life.
Yes.
And it's not there to hurt you. It's not there to butt into your personal life and interfere with things. If you want to have a private conversation with somebody, pick up the phone or talk to them in person or send them a private email. It's there to your parents are online on social media sites like Facebook and Twitter and things like that. They're online to help you and make sure that if there's any problems that they're there for you.
They're there for you. So now let's look at educators, administrators, policymakers. This is a whole new phenomenon that we're having to deal with in this decade. So is there anything particular that would be useful for them?
Well, the only way that we are going to stop bullying or even try to stop bullying is if we as adults and professionals are in the same world as where the kids are in. So I often say, would you send your kids to a school if there were no teachers, no principals, no janitors, and no adult supervision? And parents generally would say, no, I wouldn't send my kids to a school without any adult supervision. That's ludicrous. But the reality is our kids are going out into the cyber world without any adult supervision. And oftentimes our persons in authority that are in that young person's life, whether it be parents, educators, school principals, police officers, often don't have the knowledge or tools to know where those kids are at and how to actually join them in that world. And sometimes they're prohibited by policy from joining that world. And just in simple terms, a teacher is forbidden under the College of Teachers policies from being a friend with a student on Facebook. And all those policies were made with great intentions of protecting people's interests and protecting people's privacy, whether it be the kids or the adults. But if something happens on Facebook on a Friday night and nobody's there to see it and help those kids, for instance, if a young lady that's a student at a school decides that they're going to cut themselves, we call them cutters.
Right.
Because they're just crying out and they're cutting themselves. And they're saying it on Facebook that they're about to do this and nobody's saying anything or doing anything to come to their aid. We potentially have a very tragic situation in the works. And the cries for help were there, but nobody was hearing them.
Nobody's listening.
Nobody's listening either because the people that would listen don't know how to do it, or they're forbidden by policy from actually doing it. So in a nutshell, the pyramid's upside down these days. It used to be that everything went from the top down. It really does come from the bottom up now. And the more we can look at having online policies in our agencies, all agencies, police included, education systems, probation and parole systems, social services, the more we can incorporate a purpose and a process using social media tools and online tools, the more we're going to get the payoff and the potential to save people's lives and have a more successful and safe community.